Hello everybody, this is Scott Klaus. We're live from Barville Tourism's Visitor Center. We are back for our first installment of 2018 for our Brown Bag Special. And we have the Blue Crawdads live here in our offices. And we'll let Mr. Andy here introduce everybody.
Thanks, Scott. That's loud. Over here on the bass, standing up by the stand-up bass, is Jesse Barton. Yay! Back there on the drums and also on vocals, Mr. Keith Green. I'm Andy Messer. Together we are the Blue Crawdads. Actually, we're one Crawdad short today. It's like one of those is missing. Daryl Harper is our lead guitarist. Normally he's with us. I have to apologize, he couldn't make it today, but we're going to struggle along without him.
That's awesome. If you guys don't care, if you'd like to talk about what got you into music and why you got started playing, and if you want to start off with that.
Okay. I guess I've always liked music, but I started playing in bands when I was in high school, and continued into my 20s, mostly with Daryl Harper, who's not here today, and just really enjoyed it. Played amateur and semi-professional for any number of years. Kind of stopped when I was about 30. Stayed out of it for up into my early 40s, and then started back. Daryl and I were in a number of bands together. The Horizontal Blues Band being the best known, Jim Garrett and the Unworried Minds. But eventually decided we wanted to start up a band again and wanted it to be a blues band, and started the Blue Crawdads. And actually the first guy that we recruited was Jesse Barton, and so I'm going to let him talk next. And do you need him to be on the microphone?
No, I think we're good. I think you'll be fine.
Probably been too loud online.
Not much to say for me. I've been doing music as long as my whole family plays a lot of music, and my dad and my uncles, and did 10 years of marching band, so I'm a big nerd. So just the biggest nerd. Just tickled to death to be playing with these guys.
He's the only man I know that's as tall as his stand-up bass.
I have to extend the pen to get it up where I can play it.
And Mr. Keith Green on the drums?
Yeah, like Andy, I started back in school, elementary school, playing saxophone and whatever other instruments they'll let us play and mess around with. Also grew up playing a lot in church, so I learned how to play the drums when I was back when I was about 12 years old. That was a big part of our culture, and our family was playing music, so I was fortunate to do that and get to play with many different groups, from all over the country, from Washington, D.C., Maryland to California, so that was a good experience. And now being here in Kentucky, being a Kentuckian, and getting the opportunity to play with a wonderful group of guys, not only with my bandmates, my friends.
Other than us?
Yeah. Well, I think everybody kind of knows. And, I've been fortunate to be able to play with a lot of different musicians in a lot of different areas. It's really been the thing that's helped me really acclimate to the Kentucky life and culture. So I'm very appreciative of it, and I'm proud to be a Crawdad.
That's awesome.
Most proud.
You guys know I'm extremely partial to you guys. And
Bless your heart.
and I like to use your all's music at different events and everything else. And even if I can't get you there live, I think I pulled one on Andy one time. We were doing a canoe and kayak race, and he walked up and he said, "Man, those guys can really play." And I guess you got to listening to the vocals, and it was actually the Horizontal Blues Band, and it was Andy that was singing.
Well, it's Daryl.
Was it Daryl?
Yeah, that's the thing. He was always the singer up until this band. So
Awesome. And yeah, it kind of surprised him that he was hearing his own music, I do believe. But, we're glad you're here, and we appreciate y'all coming down and taking time out of your busy day. I know for a fact all three of these guys are covered up during the day and stay super busy. And but they took out their time to come down here and play for you guys so you can watch them. Andy, if you'll give us our first song and give us a little background on it.
Sure. Get off this cord here. Well, we really like to record, and we've got a number of CDs, and we're getting ready to go into the studio to do another one. And so we thought we'd start out today with one that's going to be on the new CD. And this is one that Daryl and I wrote a while back. And somebody told me, and I needed somebody to tell me the name. Thank you, Keith.
Awesome. I know you guys have picked out a few songs for us to listen to, and if you want to tell us about your next song and the name of it.
Sure. I'm trying to decide whether I needed to retune there or not. Our next song is kind of one of our very first ones, and one of the ones that certainly has gone over the best in Barberville. This is called Cumberland River Blues. Ready? Maybe I should turn the guitar back in. I used to float long down that river. I can still remember every bend and every show. Time might take me from Harlem, a long way down the road. It's been damned and mistreated, misused and abused. That old Cumberland River, only killed for my blues. Have you ever seen the sun shining on that water? You ever stopped in the shade of a sycamore tree? Even the willow will all stop their weeping. You later go back, that river will be. It's an old river. By the time it gets to Nashville, it's a long way from Harlem, a long way down the road. It's been damned and mistreated, misused and abused. That old Cumberland River, only killed for my blues. I can still hear the wind whistle through Wassiola. Still see the moon bow at Cumberland Falls. You might miss the Mississippi, how we'll how that old Cumberland River is the gem of them all. It's an old river. By the time it gets to Nashville, it's a long way from Harlem, a long way left to roll. It's been damned and mistreated, misused and abused. That old Cumberland River, only killed for my blues. Yeah, that old Cumberland River, only killed for my blues. Thank you.
So, you know, most of you know we put on a canoe kayak race every fall, and of course we use this song. We kind of adopted it when we started it, and so we've been using it ever since. I don't think I actually asked Andy if I could use it, but
I'm delighted that you used it.
but I heard it and I seen it and I found it and I was like, yeah, he ain't getting this one back. We're gonna use this one, and we've used it ever since then. But you know, that's another thing. I don't think everybody, you know, they know the Blue Crawdads, but they don't know that you guys really are hometown boys here. Andy is a professor at college, Union College. Jesse works in IT at Union College. And Mr. Keith Green back there, he works at KCEOC. So these guys are well invested in our community. Don't let anybody tell you differently. They are here day in, day out to work. So they're a big part of our community, just like anybody else. If you guys would like to talk about where you're going to be playing at on some upcoming events.
Sure. Next couple things, we're going to play a week from today, I think it is, which is Groundhog Day. We're going to be over at the Ugly Mug, and great coffee shop here in Barberville, owned by Kim Minton, and we're going to be playing a benefit for Union College Cycling. Y'all can't see, but Sean Trank just did a fist pump back there. And, so it's $5. It's us and James Becknell. This is going to be the opening act, and it's going to benefit a great college, Union College Cycling. 2-time national champions. Well worth doing. And then we're going to be actually supporting Union College Theater on, I think it's the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, and 25th. It's going to be a play called Love Letters. That is the name, right?
That's the name.
Love Letters, yeah. And it's a one-act play, so we're going to be the second act. And unfortunately, that's another time that Daryl is probably not going to be with us, which is a first. Today's first we've ever played without him. be sitting in with us.
Awesome.
So, pretty excited about that.
Cool deal.
It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
These guys play around the Tri-County area all the time, literally all the time. We joke around because Andy does send us out a newsletter, and like it's like trying to watch any big major band trying to follow their tour dates, because you got to try to figure out where you're going to slide in there and book them in between their different shows.
We'll get you a T-shirt with all the dates.
I would appreciate that. I need an official Crawdad shirt. Yeah. If you got another song for us?
Yeah, we're going to do one that actually that Daryl wrote. And this one probably needs some explanation because people may not be accustomed to blues speak. If you're playing the blues, there's a kind of a language that goes with it. And one of the things you hear songs where a blues singer will mention a woman's good man. And her good man usually is her husband or her official boyfriend. But she might also have maybe a man friend who, when her husband leaves for work in the morning and goes out the front door, she might also have a friend who might come in the back door, and that's the backdoor man. And that's the name of the song, Backdoor Man.
Awesome.
Count it off.
They've been trying to pass me notes for other songs, but I know you guys have a couple more picked out. So if you'd tell us what your next song is, we'd greatly appreciate it.
Okay. Well, that one, like I said, that's Backdoor Man, and originally that was a Horizontal Blues Band song. The other band, Daryl and I, ran together, and then it appears on our live album,
Straight from the Mud.
Straight from the Mud, yeah. And this is one off our first CD, and that CD is called Bluefield. This is called Broke Down in Bluefield. If you haven't figured it out, I'm originally from Harlan County, so this is another Harlan County song. Well, a Harlan County song and a Southwest Virginia song. It's all the mountains.
to Harlem, and I guess that's where I'll stay. Now, broke down in Brazil, I've had trouble all the way. Well, I had a flat in Beckman, didn't have a spare. Man, no stranger, well, there ain't nobody care. Paid a man $3, fix that flat. Took the last of my money just to get me to where I'm at. If I ever get back to Harlem, man, I guess that's where I'll be. Broke down in Bluefield, I've had trouble all the way. Well, I broke down in Bluefield, nothing in my pocket, left the car on the highway, couldn't see no need to lock it, stuck out my thumb in the westbound lane, feeling like a fool, walking backwards in the rain. If I ever get back to Harlem, Lord, I guess that's where I'll be. I broke down in Bluefield, I've had trouble all the way.
Thank you.
So I'm reading these comments as you're playing here, and I'm trying to scroll through and see if there's anything that we really missed. Unfortunately, Daryl Harper couldn't be here with us today, just because of scheduling. But the biggest question that I've always wanted to ask this and never had the chance to, and every time I think about it, I've never run you guys. But somebody put on here, they wanted to know, how did you come up with the name the Blue Crawdads?
Well,
I wish that weren't as boring a story as it is.
just make up something.
It's a great question. I just should have made up an interesting story beforehand. Well, my wife and I have, as some of you know, sort of a makeshift music venue in our house, and we have actually concerts in the house, and we named that the Crawdad Club, which was actually sort of a reference to one of the first places the Rolling Stones played, which was the Crawdaddy Club. And at that time, I wasn't really in a band that was playing live and stuff. And after a year or so of that, maybe, we decided that we wanted to start a blues band. And we thought, well, we'll just tie it in with that. And I don't know if y'all have seen them, but here in Eastern Kentucky, we have blue crawdads. They're land crawdads. And I always loved those things. And I said, well, you know, hey, that's what we should name ourselves. It's a blues band. It sounds kind of, I don't know, it sounds kind of
Local.
yeah, and kind of bluesy. And it ties in with the Crawdad Club, so that's what it is.
Well, that's awesome. I've always wondered that. I had seen Blue Crawdads before, but I thought, is it not? How did it get tied in?
Yeah.
You know, Scott, Andy actually brought up something I thought was kind of interesting. He did talk about the Crawdad Club, where we do host a lot of our local and live shows. Always appreciate Tina and Andy for their hospitality and having that venue. But the Crawdads actually for 2018 have been put together a guide.
Yeah.
or a fact sheet of how you, the audience, of people in our community or whoever, if you're interested in having an in-house concert series or band come, things like that, we have a whole guide that you can use to have that. And Crawdads would definitely love to come and partner with you and perform in your home. So
and that's actually some of the other questions on here is, how can they get a hold of your CDs?
Okay.
Where they can find your tour date,
Sure.
your scheduled date, and of course how they can get you live.
Sure.
Anywhere that you can be booked at.
Yeah. Keith, you want to address that? Keith usually addresses that every show. So.
yeah, well, of course, www.bluecrawdads.com. Our website is the best place to get in contact with us. You can find us on Facebook at the Blue Crawdads, on Twitter at the Blue Crawdads. We have our CDs available digitally at cdbaby.com under the
Bandcamp
or is it Bandcamp?
Bandcamp.
Oh, I apologize. Sorry about the CD Baby. Bandcamp. You can type in the Blue Crawdads in your search, and you'll be able to get our CDs there digitally. And just contact us through Facebook or whatever means. We also bookings at
bookings at bluecrawdads.com.
So you can email us in bookings at bluecrawdads.com, and they'll catch any of us, and we'll be sure to get back to you.
And if you really want to just listen to these guys and get a feel for what they do, if you go to Reverb Nation and look up the Blue Crawdads, it's one of my bookmark pages on my computer, so I can just click on it and grab a song whenever I need one. And but listen to them. I mean, it's the full effect. Mr. Darrell's on there playing his lead guitar, and you get the full effect of the Crawdads. And but of course, we've been asked for another song. If you could play one more,
Okay.
that'd be great.
All right. I guess we're gonna try to end up with a real sort of hardcore blues song. We like those train songs. We're gonna play the blues. It's like if you're gonna play country music, you gotta play some songs about bars and drinking and cheating and stuff. And if you're gonna play the blues, well, you still gotta do those songs too. And you gotta play some songs about trains. So this is called, we'll see if we can make it through this one. This is called That Evening Train.
matter what line she's on. If I don't hear the whistle blowing, I'll know she's been gone. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Andy Messer, Jesse Barton, Keith Green, and Brother Darrell that's not here right now. These are the Blue Crawdads. Be sure to look for them at the Ugly Mug. And they'll be doing a benefit for Union College Cycling. Be sure to get out and check that out. Go to their website. You can get their CDs, all the information you need on the Blue Crawdads. And, you know, we appreciate having them here. Guys, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys, we'll see you next time on the Brown Bag Special.